One of the questions that we get asked more frequently at the office is, how can I pay less taxes in Spain? And the matter is that if you've come to Spain due to work, the answer is always the same, the Beckham Law. Hello everyone, my name is Gerard, I'm the marketing responsible at immigrationspain.es, and in this video we're going to talk about the special tax regime for displaced workers, also called the Beckham Law. This law that was created and installed in Spain thanks to football player David Beckham from Real Madrid, which now is helping thousands of foreigners save taxes in Spain. In this video, you'll learn how to do it, which are the requirements, the main benefits, how does the application process work, and much more. So stay tuned, because in this video, we're going to learn how to pay less taxes in Spain. So the first question, what exactly is the Beckham Law? Well, as we've said, the Beckham Law is a special tax regime that applies to all those foreigners who are coming to Spain for working reasons and who want to enjoy a tax deduction. This special tax regime, now we're going to talk about what exactly defines this regime, is applicable for 5 years plus 1. 5 years plus the year in which you apply for residency in Spain. So it's very important that you apply for this Beckham Law just after you land in Spain and obtain your residence permit. In order to obtain why this Beckham Law is so advantageous, we must first understand how the situation is when it comes to taxes for the general immigrant in Spain. As you already know, once you move to Spain, you settle in the country, you obtain residency. When you spend more than 183 days per year in the country, that's more than 6 months, you automatically become a tax resident. Being a tax resident in Spain means that you'll pay income tax for all the income that you generate in Spain, but also worldwide, and the tax rate is the tax rate that is applicable in Spain that can reach up to 48 or 50% in certain regions. So, as a tax resident, you pay taxes for all income you generate worldwide, even though you are settled in Spain, and that income tax can reach up to 50% depending on your income bracket. So as you can see, that's a lot of taxes, that's a lot of money that you should pay to the Spanish government, but then the Beckham Law comes and tries to save you. Basically, what the Beckham Law is all about is that you'll become, during these 5 years plus the year in which you obtain residency, as we've said, you'll become a tax non-resident. So even though you're spending more than 183 days per year in Spain, thanks to being applied and thanks to obtaining the Beckham Law, you'll become a non-resident for tax purposes, even though you are a legal resident when it comes to your residency. This poses 4 big advantages. These are the 4 advantages of the Beckham Law. First of all, income tax. You will pay less income tax thanks to being a tax non-resident. Instead of paying a progressive tax rate that can reach up to 50%, 48% in certain regions, you'll pay a flat fee of 24% up till 600,000 euros. Here you can see how much money you can save, because if you have incomes that are higher in the different tax bracket for income tax in Spain, you'll just be paying a flat fee of 24% and not a progressive rate that increases as your income also increases. Then you would not pay taxes for income generated abroad. No regional, not state tax would be applied to all those incomes that you have generated outside Spain, which is also great news for all of you who have business abroad and other income sources. On the other hand, the second advantage is that you will just pay capital gains for assets that are located in Spain. So if you sell any asset, if you receive any type of dividend from abroad, you won't pay taxes on that, and those assets that are sold here in Spain, the tax that you pay is 19% on that profit. Third advantage, you'll say goodbye to Model 720. There's a tax form that all foreigners who have assets abroad must declare, which is Model 720. In this case, it's just a declarative model. You don't pay tax on that model, but in this case, you'll avoid the need to submit, the need to draft this document. Hence, you are avoiding this tax headache. You're avoiding extra procedures you need to carry out, as you don't need to submit the yearly Model 720. Again, remember, this Model 720 is the model that foreigners who are residents in Spain must pay when they have assets abroad valued over 50,000 euros. So in this case, you avoid Model 720 completely. Fourth advantage, the wealth tax. You'll enjoy better conditions when it comes to the wealth tax. You will just pay it on properties that are held in Spain, and the tax rate that will be applicable is from 0.2% to 2.5%, depending on the value of the property, and not applied on properties that are from abroad. Now that you know the advantages, the next question that we must answer is who can actually apply for the Beckham Law, which are the requirements. But before diving into that, make sure if you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You won't miss any of the content that we are uploading weekly, that content, that information that will make your life in Spain as a foreigner much easier. So now, that being said, now that you have subscribed, let's talk about the main requirements for the Beckham Law. The first requirement, and which is crucial, is that you can have lived in Spain for the past 10 years. So in case you've not been in the country for the past 10 years, you haven't lived in Spain, you haven't become a resident in Spain in the past 10 years, you can move to Spain and apply for the Beckham Law successfully. The second requirement is the reason why you're moving to Spain. In this case, that reason must be a work. You must be coming to Spain because you have received a job offer, you're coming for a working opportunity. Third, this company, the hiring company, must be Spanish. That means that you cannot be receiving income from a company that's considered like a permanent establishment in Spain. Then the next requirement has to do with the moment of your application. It's very important that you apply for the Beckham Law, you submit your application during the 6 months after your relationship with the company has started and no after that. Then of course there's the digital nomad visa holders, remote workers who come to Spain and who have applied for the digital nomad visa who can also benefit from the Beckham Law. In fact, the Beckham Law is one of the advantages for those remote workers. In case you haven't missed that information, here you can find a video on the digital nomad visa with the requirements, application process, etc. A residence permit for 3 years that's being really popular right now and that can make things pretty easy for you if you want to work remotely from Spain. If you're a digital nomad, then the Beckham Law also is for you. Finally, if you come to Spain to provide services or research and development training to startups and similar companies, then you can also qualify for the Beckham Law. And apart from that, then there's the other side of the coin, which is the 3 groups of foreigners who cannot apply for the Beckham Law. On the first hand, we have freelancer and self-employed workers, not counting digital nomads or remote workers. Then there's sportsmen and professional athletes. And finally, directors of companies that are located in Spain who have more than 25% of the assets of that company. They are shareholders of the company and they possess more than 25% of it. The application process, how does it work? Well, the application process, one of the advantages of the Beckham Law is that it can be done completely online. First of all, you'll have to download, fill out and submit model 030. Once you get the approval from the tax agency, the next model that you need to download and submit is model 149 with all the proper information. In addition to the model, you must also include your NIE, your passport, your job contract. This is very important. The job contract that was the reason for you to come to Spain. You must include it in your application. And finally, your social security number. Finally, after the law says 10 days, but usually this application can take from 1 to 2 months. After this period, you'll receive a favorable, a positive resolution. With that, you'll need to submit it, send it to your company so that they can start applying the tax reduction on your salary and tax base. And finally, the only liability, the only legal requirement you must keep submitting every year from April to June is the tax return. In this case, you will fill your tax return through model 151. This model is drafted, is submitted yearly for the previous year. In case you have doubts, in case you want to know if you actually apply for the Beckham Law, if you want to know how to apply step by step, or if you need our tax lawyer to apply on your behalf, just send us an email at info@immigrationspain.es. We'll be more than happy to help you out. We've been assisting clients with the Beckham Law for the past years and we've dealt with a lot of applications. So if you want to benefit and enjoy your tax reduction, make sure to reach out, contact us. Also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope to see you in the next one.